Just gonna have it play. Oh my gosh, I don't have a limit. Oh wait, let me... Come on, guys. World War II was one of the most bloody battles out there. It's one of the worst ones that we know. Okay, so if this is what they're going to be seeing, I'm not too fond of that. Not really. I actually don't mind it like this because it looks... Bro, where the hell is this lever? That's not the lever. Yeah. Well, yeah. See how this looks with the normal camera. Okay. So we're gonna have it like this. And turn around. Hey guys, World War II, OSS, all of that good stuff. You know, it's one of the worst ones that we ever went through. But there was one group. OSS. Yeah. Like, it's 10 times nicer. Okay. I wonder, like, how I look like from here. I also don't want this thing to be... Oh, no, I can't put it that down. Yeah, no, it's not letting me. That's okay. I can deal. Oh, it's as low as it can get. I'm fine with that. I can boogie. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna beat... Oh, God. Yeah, how about we not mess up with the table? Oh, no. Okay. Just like that. And then... It'll be over here. World War II was one of the worst battles and one of the brutalest ones that we've ever gone through. But what if there was a way to fight it psychologically, skillfully, undercover? Well, there was one American group that did it like this, and they are known as the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS. Let's see how my trusty, dusty lighter. Ah, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, this candle better not fall either. Oh, this is kind of scary. Oh, I don't really like this. This is making me really nervous, and the lightning just went off. Okay. Please don't fall. I really, really like these candles. I don't want them to break. This is me. This is who I'm meant to be. Na na na. Okay, let me see where I'm actually gonna be at though. Okay. So. Hey fam. World War II. Okay. 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 Hopefully that's good. I hope it doesn't pick up on the water that's going on somebody's washing dishes. Okay. World War II was one of the worst battles the world... God, it's not a battle, it's a war! World War II was one of the worst wars the world has ever seen. But what if there was a way to fight it psychologically, swiftly, undercover? This was a way of America's first centralized foreign intelligence agency known as the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Just gonna scoot a little bit more back. Oh, God. Okay. Hang on. That sparked. It didn't light. Oh God, this is kind of scary. Robert's right here. I don't want to light on fire. Oh God. World War II is one of the worst wars the world has ever seen. But what if there was a way to fight it psychologically? So I want to start this over. I'm starting this over. I didn't like how I did that. Gotta wait for the smoke to go away. Oh my god, that one was actually really, really bright. I don't know if that picked up. I don't know. But that thing was kind of bright, low key. Okay. One more time. World War II was one of the worst wars the world has ever seen. But what if there was a way to fight it psychologically? Swiftly. Undercover. This was the way of America's first centralized foreign intelligence agency, known as the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS. Okay. World War II was one of the worst wars the world has ever seen. But what if there was a way to fight it psychologically? Swiftly. Undercover. This was the way of America's first centralized foreign intelligence agency, known as the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS. Let's do that, and then do that. Hopefully this is like a lot brighter. I hope so. Okay. Now the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was the Office of the Coordinator of Information, the COI, the OSS's precursor. The COI was created by President Franklin D. Roosevelt during World War II in 1941. Yay! My boy is a little bit of a perfectionist. Just a little bit, not that much. Okay. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was the Office of the Coordinator of Information. The COI, the OSS is... Fuck! Okay. One more try. Okay. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the I don't like the... No. I don't like that. One more time. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was actually... Should I say actually? I don't know. If I speed talk it, I think it should be okay. Even then, I was speed talking during the recording, and I still got 5 minutes, 6 seconds. I don't like that. Okay. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was the Office of the Coordinator of Information, the COI, the OSS's precursor. The COI was created by President Franklin D. Roosevelt during World War II in 1941. One more time. One more time. Okay. Ah, oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was... I do like actually. I like that. It's a lot more talkative. I love talking to myself. It's great. Yeah. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was actually the... Come on, remember the office. Okay. I hate my life. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was the Office of the Coordinator of Information, the COI, the OSS's precursor. I hate my life. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was the Office of the Coordinator of Information, the COI, the OSS's precursor. The COI was created by President Franklin D. Roosevelt during... One more time. Because I hate me. Jesus! I've probably been here for like 4 minutes. Yeah. Feels more like 3. Yeah. Now, the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was the Office of the Coordinator of Information, the COI, the OSS's precursor. The COI was created by President Franklin D. Roosevelt during World War II in 1941. Good enough. Good evening. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay. I hope that's good. Okay. Okay, let's just say it because the last recording, like it was up to here, and then the one before was up to here. So yeah. Now the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was actually the coordinator. Yeah, me and that baby. Now the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. It's Now the OSS wasn't always called the OSS. Its first name was actually the Office of the Coordinator of Information, the COI, the OSS's precursor. The COI was created by President Franklin D. Roosevelt during World War II in 1941. I don't have that much time. I mean, I do. It's just the fact that I don't. Maybe I want to sleep. Just a little bit. I kind of want to sleep just a little bit. Want to get either less than an hour or at least 3. The least amount of sleep that I can function on is 4. 3, I will crash at some point, probably like 2 hours into being awake. I will crash, and I'll be knocked out for as long as I possibly can. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Yeah. This was a war he already knew about. This was a war he already knew about. But the information he was getting about it. This was a war he already knew about. But the information he was receiving about it. Receiving. 2 syllables versus 3. Or going to. It sounds weirder though. I don't know. That thunder was getting kind of spooky. That lightning's scaring me. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it sounds far away. Okay, the seconds in between are more than a second. There's only been one lightning that was less than a second, or at least a second. But you know, man, I'm already feeling tired. This is not good. This is not good, man. Okay. I might need to get some tea soon. That's part of what's gonna end up happening. Okay. This was a war he was already hearing about, but the information he was getting about it. This was a war he already knew about, but the information he was getting about it was quite scattered across multiple government agencies. This was a war he already knew about, but the information he was getting about it was quite scattered throughout several government. This was a war he already knew about, but the information he was getting about it was quite scattered throughout several government agencies, such as the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, U.S. Army and Naval Forces, and several other agencies. I think I got it. If I can't get it with one more time, then we're gonna deal with with the takes that we already have. I do this a lot. This one's getting out. Oh no. Oh. Okay, I might have to do something about that soon enough. That's a problem to deal with later. All my other candles don't act like that. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so log in. I can't log in. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. It's 11 o'clock. Should not be doing this at this hour. I knew I should have started whenever the fucking food got served. But I didn't. Bad choices. Bad choices result in bad consequences. Keep that in your head. Anyways. This was a war he already knew about, but the information he was getting about it was quite scattered. This was a war he already knew about, but the information he was getting about it was quite scattered throughout several government agencies, such as the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the FBI, U.S. Army and Naval Forces, and several other agencies. I can break that up. Let's break that up.
I forgot that I have to do this.
Okay. Okay, that should be good. Should be. No promises. Donovan was a decorated World War I hero who won the Medal of Honor dealt in New York Republican politics, and more recently in More recently in 1941 was assigned by the Secretary of Navy, Frank Knox, and FDR himself to gather intelligence on Britain to see if it survived the war, and also gather intelligence on Southeast Europe and the Mediterranean. Okay. I'm actually really tired. I just realized that it's very obvious that I'm getting tired. So, yeah. What was I gonna say? With experience like that, he sure got the job. Is that the line? Hang on. Okay, I think I got it. With experience like that, he sure got the job, allowing him to show why he's called Wild Bill. Okay. Okay. I need to be quiet, but at the same time, like, I need to get this done. I have to be loud. I have to speak at a normal volume. Man, I hope it's okay. Cause I can't talk quiet. I can't talk like this. This is how I would normally talk if I like actually want to hear myself, but this is definitely not how I would typically talk. But I can't talk like that. I have to talk at my normal volume. It sucks. I'm still gonna try. I hope that it's okay. He already had some wild ideas ready to go, as he predicted the inevitable war in Europe in the 1930s with the rise of Nazism, which he was heavily against. I'm trying to get through this as fast as I possibly can. Mainly because I want to go to bed, and also because I still have to edit all of this to like one big thing, and if I can, I do want to add subtitles. The main important thing is that I add images, because I don't want it to be just my face. Yeah. He started to recruit certain soldiers, professors, economists, linguists, lawyers, and anyone Donovan considered. Let's restart. He began to recruit certain soldiers, professors, economists, linguists, lawyers, and anyone Donovan considered useful. Soon in 1942, the numbers started to rise, and a new goal of the organization started to shine. Actually, let's do that a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster, just a little bit. He began to recruit certain soldiers, professors, economists, linguists, lawyers, and anyone Donovan considered useful. Soon in 1942, the numbers started to rise, and a new goal of the organization started to shine. Let's see that. I just need to try. Okay. This was no longer just about getting information. This was about gathering important information, sabotaging the enemy from the inside, supporting Nazi resistance groups, and fighting a psychological war in the shadows. From the shadows. From the shadows. Okay. Soon enough, Donovan and FDR looked back at the name Coordinator of Information and went,
Yeah, no way.
I say that works. Yeah. Okay. And changed the name to the Office of Strategic Services, OSS, and thus began the true operations of the organizations, with Wild Bill creating some wild branches for the OSS. Okay. And changed the name to the Office of Strategic Services, OSS, and thus began its true operations. Let's restart that sentence. And thus began its true operations, with Wild Bill creating some wild branches for the OSS. One more time. And changed the name to the Office of Strategic Services, OSS, and thus began its true operations, with Wild Bill creating some wild branches for the OSS. Let's try and make that faster. Yeah. And changed the name to the Office of Strategic Services, OSS, and thus began its true operations, with Wild Bill creating some wild branches for the OSS. Faster. And changed the name to the Office of Strategic Services, OSS, and thus began its true operations, with Wild Bill creating some wild branches for the OSS. Okay. Most notable ones include... Is it most notable? Wait. Okay. Like that. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch, SI, which collected secret intelligence primarily outside the Western... Okay, restart. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch, SI, which collected secret intelligence primarily outside the Western Hemisphere, evaluating and spreading said information to authorized agencies, including allied intelligence agencies. Then we're going to say it one more time. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence... Is it intelligence? Yeah. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch, SI, which collected... Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch, SI, which collected secret intelligence primarily outside the Western Hemisphere, evaluating and spreading said information... said intelligence to authorized agencies, including allied intelligence agencies. One more time. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch. One more time. Oh my god. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch, SI, which collected secret intelligence primarily outside the Western Hemisphere, evaluating and spreading said intelligence to authorized agencies, including allied intelligence agencies. Most notable ones include secret. Most notable ones include the Secret Intelligence Branch, SI, which collected secret. We're just gonna deal with what we got. I am getting burpy, and I'm also getting more and more tired. Oh, I just want to go to bed, but I can't. I can't go to bed, dude. It's either I stay up recording and editing my footage, basically have an all-nighter, or I finish recording, I go to bed, make sure I have CapCut downloaded, and just edit at school. I don't know whenever I'm gonna get done with recording. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's already 1 a.m. So, and I started this apparently at 9:30. So there's that. I've been at this for 3 hours now. I don't think that's a good sign. I'm not making good progress. Okay, back to it. The Research and Analysis Branch, RNA, was in charge of the evaluation and analysis of information required for operations or asked by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who were the main heads of the armed forces, along with other authorized government agencies. So if I don't get this in 2 terms, then we're gonna pick out the best one. If I don't get good enough ones in 2 terms, then we'll do it again until we have good enough. Not perfect, but good enough. The Special Operations Branch, SO, was in charge of carrying out sabotage operations in enemy-occupied countries, also organizing and supporting underground Nazi resistance movements. Okay. The Morale Operations Branch, MO, was the branch that focused on psychological warfare through propaganda, forged documents, rumors, and radio broadcasts, all to weaken enemy morale. Okay, we're gonna have multiple sections instead of this one because I can't do that big section. One of the most infamous operations the OSS conducted was Operation Cornflakes. A psychological warfare campaign where agents would drop mailbags filled with counterfeit letters and anti-Nazi propaganda disguised as authentic German postage. Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm going to throw up. It be placed into the Reach's mail system after Allied bombing raids that disrupted rail lines. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. The counterfeits would then be delivered to Germans and their soldiers, undermining their morale. Okay. Is this okay? Yeah, I was just making sure. I'm so tired. Fun fact about the OSS: women worked in certain branches like the RNA, SI, SO, and MO, working as spies in analysis, as they made up about 30% of all OSS personnel. I can cut that out. Please cut that out. Try and start recording. Try. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna succeed at all. There were also African American scholars in analysis working in the RNA branch. There were also African American scholars in analysis, a part of the RNA branch, such as future Nobel Prize winner Ralph Bunche. Ralph Bunche. This would go on for over 3 years while butting heads with the FBI and other government agencies until after World War II, when President Harry Truman decided to dissolve the OSS for peacetime and sent parts of it to the War and State Department. Members of the OSS would go into several government agencies and even create new intelligence agencies to replace the OSS. Just trying. After many of these replacement intelligence agencies, a final one was created in 1947. The Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, an agency that still stands today.